Hi everyone. Happy New Year. Hope everyone's doing well. So this week I was actually in New York in honor of the wedding of my brother-in-law to his bride, Uziel to Liba Shiner. It was a beautiful wedding, and at the wedding it's customary in our community that the chassan, the groom, shares a thought of Jewish mysticism. And right before he goes down to see his bride, which then they go together to the chuppah, he shares this thought. So this is before the most important moment of his life, this is what he shared. And he explained the concept of Shabbat. And he said, Shabbat is only special if you worked hard for it during the week. In other words, if you lived every day with that feeling of Shabbat, with rest, just every morning, you take your time, you're relaxed, you have nothing to do, you go to synagogue, you have a beautiful meal, then it wouldn't be special. If you want to know what's special about Shabbat, you have to first work for 6 days. You first have to be in the world, your job, and then you enjoy the day of rest. And this is a beautiful idea that the Chastan shared. And let me explain what it has to do with marriage and how to practicalize it in our own lives. You see, in marriage, when you first get married, you're in that honeymoon phase. Everything is beautiful, everything's amazing. But essentially, if you have to kindle that fire every single day in order to stay in that phase and to stay in love with your wife. If you just don't work on your marriage and just let your life go by, eventually, and we see this unfortunately with a lot of people, you fall out of love with your spouse and you lost that honeymoon phase and that everything feel good, because of difficult times come, whether it be financial, health, or children, or moving, or disagreements in life. And the only way to really preserve that feeling of constant love for one another is like what the Chatan said about Shabbat, is you have to work for it. When you work 6 days and then you come to the day of rest of Shabbat, you really appreciate that day of rest, the day of relaxation, the day of just taking a moment for you and your family. So too in marriage and in life, right? If you want to enjoy those beautiful moments in life, you have to work for it. And when you don't work for it, then you don't appreciate it. And this is a beautiful lesson that he shared before his wedding, but I think we can all practicalize it going into the new year, that if we really want to enjoy this new year and we really want it to be a successful year, we have to be willing to put the work. Shabbat Shalom.